Malolele. My name is Huelo Lolomana'ia. I'm the principal of Tonga Side School. And this is my 26 years of service at the Ministry of Education, Tonga. I was first acquainted with Peace Corps in 2012. That's when I was principal as a head teacher of government primary school of Ha'amonga at New Dowa. And that's the first time for me to have a Peace Corps to work with. And those experiences for them, they share whatever they have in mind and abilities they share with us with our teaching strategies, teaching resources. They were very active and creative in making resources for the teachers to use in teaching and resources for teachers for students to use in class. They were told by the officers from the PECV's office they have to practice the speaking in Tongan language with us at school. But as teachers, we were trying and always speaking in English with them just to practice our English. But the volunteers made an effort to make conversation with us in English for our progress in our English language. But at the same time, we did our best to speak Tongan and keep explaining things and talking to them in Tongan in a way that they can learn their Tongan language. There were positive impacts of these volunteers to me as a principal, towards the teachers and students as well, and not forgetting the parents, that these volunteers have good influences on the community as well. Like I said, the positive impacts on the teachers, they share, they assist, they help, they create resources with available resources they have to help with the teaching. Another good memory from the Peace Corps volunteers is how we collaborate with the volunteers. In all schools I have been working at with volunteers, the teachers were very eager to work together with the volunteers. They are there together to elaborate together in assisting the students with the activities that they have been working together to make for the kids to learn from. One of the Peace Corps volunteers I remember is that he made e-copies of reading books. And we used that at the Chibis Amonga I was at with the volunteer. And when I was moving to the next school, which is Chibis Baini, I used those books, e-copies, for readings for lower levels students in Baini. And at Baini, one of the volunteers, Melissa, she helped a lot with allocating and setting up a library room. At that time, our school at Baini was damaged by Cyclone Kita, and at all our most of the classrooms were destroyed. So a few classes, 2 levels where 4 levels have to be transferred or transported from Baini to the nearby schools to learn in their classrooms. So Eleni make an effort to travel to Longoteme to teach English and travel again to Perehake to teach English. She didn't give up. It was a challenge for us and Eleni, but she did made it. It was great having Eleni with us at that hard time. But once the volunteers are working with us, the students were willing to speak in English, and their reading were in great progress from the hard work of the volunteers in teaching English as our second language, starting from sounding of letters up to phonics and words, forming words, up to making up writing sentences into a story. They did great. The students did great because of the hard work of the volunteers. To sum up my experiences with the Peace Corps volunteers, I would say Peace Corps volunteers are so adorable. Women leadership to me means that a good leadership is not limited to the gender. A good leadership will depend on how hard work you are, on how you sacrifice to work you have in mind and how you have to do your role. Also, leadership can be done by knowing who you are and knowing your goal that you are targeting to focus on. Young women, being a women leadership, you have to be humble and persistent. If I can do it, why not you? You can do it.